Guys, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this class by Mr. Dre. Um, I've been absent for the past 2 days now, and it was beyond my control. If I could control the situations, I would have been present. So, like, how long have we how long have we been together on this smartphone graphic design course? 5 days, yes, I think so. We have been together for 5 days, and for this while we have been studying and using Pixel Lab and Canva. We've been studying how to design, how to mock up, how to install fonts and all that, and it has been a great experience so far. We have been so excited about the designs we have been able to come up with just by ourselves, and that is good. But let me tell you one thing. All what we have been doing is bullshit. Yeah, everything I've been doing is total bullshit. Yes, that's what I said. And please don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. All right. That was gross. It was gross because it has not been a total waste of time, and we have been replicating designs from videos. I want to highlight the word videos. I don't know why I did not add that slide here. We have been replicating designs from tutorial videos, and at least they make us learn and understand the design tools. So we now know how each of them are used. We know how each of the design tools are used. We know the interface, although not all the interface of the two design tools. So let me take back that bullshit. I take it back. Bullshit. I take it back. I take it back. In fact, we have to do more practice in order to find our way around the design tools that we have been using. Yes, we have to do more practice. We have to watch more videos. We have to design more so that we discover more of the interface of the design tools we have learned, and more that we are still to learn. But have you thought about why did I call all what we have been doing bullshit? Like, I guess you have heard the saying that goes, there is no smoke without fire, right? Yeah, there's no smoke without fire. Now let me review the fire from where my smoke came from. Let me ask this question. How many people here have actually sat down, come up with a design of their own, and were confident or were really proud with what they came up with? Like, you did not see the design somewhere, you did not follow a video, you just had a conception of a design in your mind, and then boom, you came out with a design. Like, how many people? I know very few people. I think one person who has been trying to design some things. The idea is totally hers, and she brings them up to me for me to correct her. And the last time she came with the design, I said the design is terrible. She told me about it. Yeah, I said the design was terrible, and because it was terrible, yeah. And all this happened because of a reason. All this happens because of the reason of a reason. So some of you have never tried to come up with a design of your own, and at most, the worst thing is that you have never had the guts to come up with them. And why is it so? Because you don't know how to go about it. That is because you don't know how to go about it. The truth is, it is not your fault. Yeah, it is not your fault you don't know how to go about it. It is simply because there is an information that you lack. There is an information that you haven't come across yet. And that is what I want to review to you right now. Information that has been holding you back, that have been giving you that lack of confidence to come out with your own design yourself, is because of what I want to tell you now. I call it design layout. Excuse me. Design layout. You can call it design template rules as well. Other people call it that. And this is information that is tied to the principles of design that make good designers. When you have information about design layout, when you have information about design layout, and then you understand the principles of graphic design, the only thing you need is creativity. Most people will come and they give you Pixel Lab. This is the interface of Pixel Lab. This is what you do with this tool in Pixel Lab, and from what you have gotten now, you just need to use creativity and come out with something. When that is being said without you getting to know about these design layouts, the creativity to come out with something becomes like a cloud where there is no silver lining. So when we're talking about design layout or design template rules, what do it mean? It simply talks about the positioning of various elements in the design. In this case, we will talk about text and image. Exactly, text and image. And whenever we have shape, in some cases shape will fall under text, and in some cases shape will fall under image. If we're talking about shape, if the shape has been used to place a text, that shape is considered as a text, and that is how we're going to go about it. So the positioning of various elements in design, in which case we are talking about text and image, so that they relate perfectly with each other. So most designs you have seen around are birthed from at least one of these 7 design layouts. Most designs that you have seen around, they are birthed from at least one of 7 design layouts. So I'm simply saying that there are 7 design layouts, or better still, I say there are 7 design template rules. So you have design template rule number 1 up to design template rule number 7. And each design that you see around comes from one of these 7 design template rules or layout. And as well, I want you to understand that these design template rules or these design layouts can be combined together to bring up a single design. So in this course, we are going to cover only 4 of them. There is a reason for that. There's a reason why we're going to cover only 4 of the design layouts. And maybe I should say because the 4 main design layouts are the main ones that we have, then the rest of the design layouts are a combination of the 4. So let us talk about the 4, and if we have time we should talk about the others in subsequent classes, but not today. So this is the first design layout or the design template rule. Design layout 1. It states that let all the text be to the left. Excuse me, please. Let all the text be to the left side of the design. Meanwhile, the image or images in this case should be to the right side of the design. So there are so many other examples you can have here. As long as the text is to the left side of the design and the image is to the right side of the design, we talk of design template rule number 1. So if you're thinking of creating a design, you should think of one of these template rules. As long as you decide which design template rule you want to use, your job is already 70% done. The only thing you need to do now is to follow up the principles of graphic design. Make sure you use your colors correctly, make sure you align your work correctly, you bring a little bit of creativity. What are those things that you want to put in the design to make the design pop out? Then your design is gone. But if you want to design something and you don't know which template rule to use, the lack of knowledge of design layouts or the lack of knowledge for design template rules is the reason why we have scattered designs. People don't know where to place the text, they don't know where to place the images. Text and image is being confused around. This design is just scattered. I made a mistake. I would have given you a good example of a scattered design. I have some of them in my phone, but I didn't load them up to the laptop. So design template rule number 1 or design layout 1 simply says text to the left and image or images to the right. Always make sure the text is aligned. You see what happens here? No matter what happens, I use shapes, I use other elements in place of the text or to bring to support the text, but everything is still aligned to the left. So when the alignment is proper in such a way that it gives a straight line, if you place a ruler to it, your design principle of alignment is respected. The beauty of your design pops out. So this is design template rule number 1. Now design template rule number 2 is simply the opposite of design template rule number 1. Let your image be to the left, meanwhile your text is to the right. Simple. I believe I don't have to relabel myself on that. Now I know that there are some text here and here, but it still makes it design template rule number 1 because the majority of the text is this way. The majority of the text is this way. Are we together? Now that was design template rule number 1 and 2. Let's go to design template rule number 3. We are talking about the image should be above, meanwhile the text should be below the image. You can do it anyhow you want. You can place your image in in a frame. You can put your text, you can blend your image to the background. I could decide to blend this image to the black background. That's something we have not done, which I really want us to do. And no matter what you do, just let your image be above and then your text be below. Now it just depends on your creativity. Now you know which design template rule you want to use. How creative do you want to go about it? Make sure your colors are not more than 3. Make sure your colors are not more than 3. This is very important. The worst case scenario, use 4 colors for a design. I shouldn't have been telling you in this class, but I'm just trying to let you know what's up. So let's look at the last one for this class. We are talking about the design layout 4. So we can also call it the design template rule 4. So here the main body of text appears up while the image appears down. A professional design here must respect central alignment. You understand what central alignment is? Everything here has been centralized in the middle. Both the text and the image, they are all in the middle. So this alignment follows. This alignment is something you people should always put in place. Always try to. That is the little details. Those are the little details that when you place to your design, even somebody who doesn't know anything about graphic design loves it, because that is what brings out the beauty in designs. So that is it for this class. If you understand the design template rules, in fact, whenever you want to design anything, first of all, any flyer though, first of all, think about which template rule you want to use. Like I said, there are 7 of them, but because of personal reasons, I have decided that we see only 4 of them today. Alright guys, at this level, let me just do a rebroadcast of what we have been talking about. Okay, so I was just saying that just learning, watching videos and practicing is bullshit. Is that clear? So watching videos and practicing is bullshit because it limits you to come up with your own designs. But if you have a knowledge of what design templates are, follow the principles of design, use a little bit of creativity, boom, you can come up with your own designs. So see you guys. I will have a very hectic tomorrow right up to the 1st. I don't know when we are going to meet again, but the truth is I have an opportunity that I want to share with you people in the group. I might drop them now or later. Maybe later, not now. So I might drop the opportunity later. It can be tomorrow, it can be later in the night. But I will encourage every one of you who want to get into making money with their smartphones to consider picking up this opportunity. Once again, think about the design layouts, follow principles of graphic designs, and make some designs of your own. I don't know who followed my status today. There was a design I sent to the group. I don't know if I posted on my status. I want to drop the design in the group today, and then the materials with nothing like a video, and then I'll see who will come up with a design for me. Good night guys, see you soon. Damn, what's this thing doing? Nope. What have I done? Does it mean that, look, active presenter? So what the hell? Come here, man. Oof.